Meghan Markle's secret divorce plans just got exposed, and Prince Harry reportedly had no clue. Another day, another royal scandal shaking the palace gates. But this time, it's not coming from behind castle walls. It's coming straight from Meghan's inner circle. Sources say she's not just thinking about leaving. She's planning, she's negotiating, and she's making sure when she walks with the bag, the title, and the house. Luvs, it's a lot, so let's dive right in. Word on the street for a while is that Harry and Meghan haven't really been moving like a couple. Harry's been off doing charity stuff, jetting around solo, showing face at global events. Meanwhile, Meghan's been head down, building up her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, in full boss mode. Sure, they still flash smiles for the cameras, but behind the scenes, the vibe's been off, really off. Here is the tea. Radar Online spilled that Meghan's team has been quietly chatting with publishers, allegedly floating the idea of a tell-all. Not some basic memoir about her acting days or royal drama. This was supposedly all about life after Harry, a full-on post-divorce power move. Yup, the kind of book you write when you're already mentally packing your bags. Now here's where it gets wild. Vanity Fair tried to spin it lightly, saying there wasn't a formal offer, no manuscript, just a casual chat. But let's be honest, people don't just casually brainstorm post-divorce books unless the word divorce is floating in the air. You don't explore that lane unless part of you is already halfway out the door. And from the way things are looking, that door's been cracked open for a minute. Word is, Meghan's not dipping out quietly. If she's leaving, she wants the full deal, her Duchess title, a house, and a serious check. Basically, a power move that protects her brand, mirrors Sarah Ferguson's royal exit, and sets her up to walk tall with everything intact. And the timing, cold, because while all these leaks are popping off, Harry's still out here doing what looks like damage control, backing Meghan's brand, showing up where it counts, and keeping things cute in public. But let's not pretend everything's solid. Insiders say the connection just isn't what it used to be. They're moving like two brands, not one couple. Meghan's been going full force into her brand lately, between curating aesthetic posts, building hype for American Riviera Orchard, and setting roots in Montecito. She's working overtime to shift from Duchess to influencer mogul. Meanwhile, Harry's doing his own thing, making headlines with his charity work and staying booked on the global humanitarian circuit. They're not moving as a unit, and the split-screen lifestyle, it's getting harder to ignore. But wait, there's more. It's not just about the rumours, it's the pattern that has people talking. Meghan's ex-staff have tossed around the phrase dictator in heels more than once, painting a picture of someone who runs a tight and controlling ship. Meanwhile, whispers say Harry's been feeling boxed in, like he's lost control of his own story. Back when he dropped his memoir Spare, he admitted to lashing out at Meghan during a drunken moment, something he later called one of his biggest regrets. It was that moment that reportedly pushed Meghan to set strict boundaries. And word is, Harry knows, cross that line again and it won't just be drama, it'll be divorce papers. And it's not just the divorce talk catching heat. Meghan's had her fair share of PR flops lately. Take that trip she and Harry made to visit wildfire victims in LA. Instead of praise, they got slammed online. People called them disaster tourists and dragged them for showing up with a full glam squad and a film crew. The internet did not hold back, and the backlash was loud. And just when you think it can't get any messier, boom, here comes the staff drama. Meghan's old team is not holding back. One source straight up called her a mean girl, saying she ran things like a control freak and didn't care who got burned in the process. Stack that on top of the divorce whispers and book rumours, and it's looking more and more like she's been quietly planning her next big move. But the real gut punch? Vanity Fair didn't just throw shade, they dropped a whole chandelier. That article wasn't some soft piece, it landed like a wrecking ball. They tried to play it off with those maybe she didn't pitch the book lines, but once that headline hit the timeline, it was chaos. The story exploded across media like wildfire, and according to one of Harry's friends, it couldn't have come at a worse moment. Things aren't easy for them right now, the friend admitted. Vanity Fair made a bad time worse. Now let's get into the backlash, or should we call it what it really is, a full-blown digital dragging. Meghan's been catching heat non-stop. People are calling her out, questioning her loyalty, her intentions, even her love for Harry, and the silence is loud. You'd expect Harry to step in like he has before, defend her, speak out, say something. But this time, nothing, just crickets. Here's where things hit differently. Harry allegedly had no idea any of these divorce talks were even happening. Insiders say he was straight up blindsided when the book chatter and money talk started leaking. If that's real, that's not just messy, that's straight up betrayal. And while Meghan's locking in her next chapter, Harry's stuck in a whirlwind of his own. His US visa situation is reportedly under review. Court appearances are stacking up, and the legal smoke just won't let up. It's not just their relationship under fire. Harry's whole world feels like it's spinning. But taking a step back, not everyone is convinced this is a full-on meltdown. Some say the headlines are louder than the reality. Meghan and Harry are still showing up together, still smiling in public, still promoting each other's work. To their defenders, the media's doing what it always does, amplifying tension and spinning narratives. From that angle, it's less about a breakup and more about two people trying to survive the pressure cooker they've been living in since day one. Still, when the same drama keeps bubbling up from the same place, it gets harder to call it all a coincidence. At some point, you've got to wonder, where there's that much smoke, maybe there really is fire. But here's the twist that's got people split. Some insiders say divorce isn't even on the table, like not now, not ever. According to reports from News Nation, Harry and Meghan are still madly in love and won't be breaking up for two big reasons: Archie and Lilibet. One source says Harry would never walk away from his kids. He's all about giving them the stable family he didn't get growing up. And Meghan, she's well aware of the weight that royal link still carries. She even told Netflix on her cooking show that her last name is now Sussex, just like her kids. That royal attachment runs deep. And another source doubled down, saying that even if things did get rocky, a split wouldn't happen anytime soon, at least not until the kids are grown and out of the house. The word is, both Harry and Meghan know they're stronger as a unit, at least in the public eye. And no matter how messy it looks from the outside, the people closest to them say they're still in it, for now. And Luvs, you already know what people online are whispering, that Meghan is quietly stacking her wins, with or without Harry in the picture, that she's playing it smart, maybe even years ahead of the game. She's always known how to tell her story her way, and if the rumors are true, she's about to flip the script once again. And let's not forget, this would not be Meghan's first time walking away from a marriage. When she split from Hollywood producer Trevor Engelson, it was quick and clean. No mess, no drama, just done. So if that same energy shows up again, Meghan could be out before Harry even sees it coming.
I really tried. What that does internally is probably really damaging.
Some people still believe it's just a rough patch and they'll bounce back. But when you add up the silence and how distant they seem, it's hard to see this as just a bump in the road. So, Luvs, whether Meghan's lining up her next move or just trying to keep her peace, one thing's clear. This royal love story isn't what it used to be. The sparkle's fading and everyone's watching it unravel in real time. Now, whether they stay together or not, that's still up in the air. But behind the scenes, the cleanup has already started. According to Kinsey Schofield, Meghan's team is in full-on crisis mode, trying to shift the narrative before her Netflix series, with Love, Meghan drops in March. Originally, the show was set to drop in January, but that got pushed back after the LA wildfires. Meghan thanked Netflix for being flexible, but insiders say the real reason was to buy time, cool off the heat, let the dust from the Vanity Fair mess settle before stepping back in the spotlight. And it's not just the show. Some say Meghan and Harry will be using their next public appearance, the Invictus Games in Canada, as a full-blown PR reset. Expect flirty smiles, hand-holding, sweet speeches, and Valentine's Day photo ops. All filmed, all planned, all ready to remind people they're still a team. It's the same move they've used in holiday cards and promo videos. This time, the stakes are just way higher.
It's really supposed to be about, how the Invictus Games continues to evolve and change people's lives for the better. And in reality, we were talking about was Harry and Meghan and the their public displays of affection. But I do believe that you and I predicted this weeks ago in anticipation for their way of reacting to the Vanity Fair article. This is their way of trying to dismiss and discredit the stories surrounding difficulties in their marriage and the idea that Meghan could potentially be shopping a divorce book. And I always felt like they were going to be over the top because it was around Valentine's Day too, that they would take advantage of the date.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. I mean, that's what observers are interpreting.
Meanwhile, the Vanity Fair story keeps haunting them. Sources say Harry didn't realise how deep Spare would cut, that it didn't just shake up the royal family, it shifted something between him and Meghan. Another insider added, Harry's vibe isn't the same. He's not chasing fame like she is, and that difference, it's starting to show. Then came the podcast drama. Word is Meghan got cold and distant when Archetypes didn't blow up the way she wanted. She even tried to get Beyoncé on the show, but reportedly got turned down. Oof. Even with all this swirling, Harry and Meghan are still trying to push the love story. Meghan made that crystal clear during her sit-down on the Jamie Kern-Lima show. She said they're in a honeymoon period and praised Harry for always showing up for their family, called him her real-life Super Mario, slaying dragons to protect his queen. When Meghan was asked if she sees their marriage lasting forever, she didn't blink. She said yes with her whole chest. That confidence, that smile, it didn't look like someone ready to walk away. Still, the world's not backing off, and maybe, just maybe it should. Because no matter what these two do, Harry and Meghan keep getting dragged. For some royal fanboys and fangirls, they're always going to be the villains for daring to quit the crown. They didn't want to keep playing dress up in the palace, and now the internet can't forgive them for stepping out of the fairy tale. They're judged by a system they already walked away from, and honestly, it's draining. For them and anyone watching with an ounce of compassion. Love them or not, they're still human. Maybe it's time the world let them breathe. Loves, if you're still here, then you already know this saga is nowhere near done. Tap that like button because the Meghan and Harry drama is still heating up. And what's coming next might just be the wildest twist yet.